Thabiso on Radio 2000.
Yeah, continuing with Coach Miguel Cardoso, I was just reminding him about a coaching student, young man Tando Zulu. He met him when Coach came with Esperanza last season to cause heartbreak. They reunited, having been in the same class in Portugal. And what a story it was, Coach, because I was telling you that our listeners had raised funds for him to go and attend that coaching course, not knowing that he would meet the likes of you, Mourinho, and come back and be a coach here in South Africa.
Yeah, he was my student in a post-graduation license that we have in Portugal, a very interesting one that is based on tactical periodization. That is a methodology that was developed by Professor Vitor Frade in the University of Sports and Physical Education of Porto. And and we keep in touch. Even we exchanged some messages after the match of yesterday.
Oh, that's good. You're a good man. We saw how you embraced him the last time out. But once again, we've said congratulations. I saw you let loose a little bit last night. Was it a bit of relief? Was it happiness? Because obviously you're always so focused on the bench and in press conferences.
Yeah, it's true. It's I think it's important that you celebrate your achievements in the right way when they are there. It's also respect from myself to my players to show how I was feeling emotionally happy. I think the sense is not only a sense of relief but is mostly a sense of the fact that you work hard for an achievement. You work hard for these boys, you work hard for this club, for the fans, and for your own family, because people don't know, but I live in South Africa alone. My wife and my son came here twice. My papa and my mom, I don't see them for 6 months, and still 2 more to come. So it's also a tough job, and the existence of the man behind the coach, let's say. So when these moments happen, it's a release of adrenaline, of course. I'm a very easy coach in terms of handling sensations, emotions. Yeah, you are right. I'm quite not emotional, let's say. I try to keep the things for myself, because in the moment I'm in a game, in the moment I'm in a press conference, I have a job to do, and I have to do it as best as possible. And managing my emotions allows me to have the behaviors I want to have in general. And I don't want my emotions to influence negatively my behaviors, because I'm there to help my players. I'm there to make the best decisions possible.
Talking about the players, Coach, how do you then still keep them motivated and just reminding them about the importance of the league? Because it's the most important trophy in any domestic competition, but most of them have won it 5, 6, 7 times. You might think they take it for granted. Is it something that you had to do just to remind them about the importance of the league?
We spoke about that quite a lot of times, because what I had to make them understand is the legacy they will leave, that something that will speak for them is not exactly the same if they win 5 championships or 7 or 8. And some of them have 5. Yesterday I was listening, Jody 3, Ronan more, and Dennis, and I asked them in front of each other, how many you have? But on the side there are players with no one. Ikram first, Jaden first, myself in South Africa first. So the respect we have between ourselves is so big that the fact that one guy has 11 doesn't make him not want to win the 12, because the 12 for him is the first one for the other one. So that's what exactly exists inside our locker room. Values that are so strong that the players don't think on them, they think just on the group, on the objectives of the group. And you need to understand that behind all of this, there's a family that supports us, that's a name that supports us, that's a huge club. The fans behind, and the respect we need to also give to the ones that in the end pay us salaries, because we work obviously to be paid. It's also a professional relation. Obviously that understand that people sometimes think that is being a football player is not exactly, but exactly that. We also have a boss. We also relate with the objectives of the club. So we are working for someone. And we have a big respect by our chairman and by the family he represents, and by the board of the club, the sports direction that believed on us. and we feel so privileged to be part of Masandawana family, of course.
What pleased you the most then with this league success, with your 20 games that you were in charge and winning 17 of them with the team? Obviously, they were top of the log, and you did give credit to the previous coach, which was a very nice touch for you. But we have seen that they've been scoring more goals, becoming a bit more ruthless. For you, what is satisfying the most with these games that you were in charge of?
The most satisfying thing has not to do with the victories, but with something that is the base of the victories, is that we have a very strong locker room. We have a wonderful group of men that sustain a strong character and that build among themselves a core of group of values that after allow us to play the football that the team is playing. I totally agree. I think the team is playing much more modern, versatile football than it played before. I think the team has developed since then. I think that the team was clever, so clever in the way we played the Champions League, the semi-final and fourth of final, because I know there was many critics or people that
wanting to play the Sundowns way.
Yeah, but what is this Sundowns way? This if you cannot play the same way every time throughout the years, because then things will dilute. Because football evolves also and evolves. If you keep playing always the same way, it means that you are playing the way you played 20 years ago. So it should also change. It's not like that. I remember once I was with one president and he said, "Coach, please play like in my time, because that's the way we won." And I said, "It was how many years ago?" He said, 45. And I said, "Please, President, but 45, what happened since then in football that you didn't understand?" And I think it's important that people relate with this. But I also want to say that I totally subscribe the values that the club wants to have in its game. I really appreciated for as soon as I arrived in South Africa the way that Sundowns was playing before. I also know that it was a long way until the moment and to bring to the team new things. But I also believe that we need to be a very pragmatical group of players or team when we face certain opponents and the way we have to relate with their qualities. Because we cannot believe that it's just because we can do certain things that the other ones cannot also do certain things. And this is the balance between the things that you need to put on the pitch when you play these competitions.
Okay, Coach, we're going to have to leave it there just because of time, but it's not over yet. Obviously, you have one league game on Sunday. Maybe you're going to give the players a break and regroup again for Champions League. We'll catch up again maybe after the Champions League, but well done on winning the league, and thank you for finding the time. I know it's been a busy day for you just to come and chat to us for a few minutes. We really appreciate it. You've made a huge impact since arriving in South Africa, and clearly you're making a huge impact also off the field and in the lives of the players, which is what we like to see.
Thank you very much. I hope we can repeat this moment.
Thank you. We'll do it again, Coach. Thank you for coming.